Hello and welcome to my War of the Walkers game. This one's slightly more progressed than the original vanilla game I was playing on last night. So this is what my HQ looks like from the outside. And come back in and take a little bit closer look at this. Now each one of these motion sensors it looks like it's run into this light up here, but I promise it's not. They're actually run into a series of electric fences, and for these 4 openings here, they're also run into dart traps. So when a zombie gets too close to these openings, it powers the fences and shocks the crap out of them, and starts shooting a bunch of iron darts down on their heads. So in here is my crafting room with all my workstations and all my forges that never shut off. Let's see how these are doing. Oh, you're almost done. Cranking out a bunch of cement mix because I'm playing with the idea of moving my horde base out into this area here. Considering I've still got about 22 blocks between me and bedrock, I should have enough room to get everything set up, but I don't know how much the zombies would get hung up on anything up top. I don't want them beating my top defenses down. Now the second floor is basically dedicated to this one generator right here. And the entire base is run off of this one eco generator. The floor up here is 3 blocks thick, and the reason for that is the second block houses all the electric wire relays that keep the wires for the inside of the base hidden. Come take a look up top before nightfall. Here we have my farm and the 2 auto turrets that guard the main concourse of the top of the base. Got 2 more over here next to my mini bike entrance. And as you can see, there's been a lot of digging done here. This is a 45 by 45 by 30. Just if anybody's interested in dimensions. There's not a whole lot that survives the fall down there. But occasionally we get screamers that cause stuff to spawn down there in the bottom instead of falling. Now this is what I was worried about zombies getting hung up on, is this back wall of my turrets. The zombie AI gets a little bit retarded sometimes. And instead of going around something they could easily go around, they just stand there and beat the heck out of it. And this generally causes a whole bunch of problems. Nope, leveled my athletics there. It's kind of funny. So the farm area right now, I've got a bunch of mushrooms growing and a row of apple trees to help keep my supply of mushroom bear stew and my apple juice up. Now, War of the Walkers is quickly becoming one of my favorite mods to play on just because it removes a lot of the grind from the game. I've already got most of the schematics I need to keep everything running. Skills are all fairly well progressed. As you can see, it's day 16 and my level is almost up to 198. Now most of that has come from digging. I only have 500 zombie kills at the moment. But we're hoping once morning hits we're gonna take a nice little chunk out of that and go on a little bit of a looting spree. So what do we got here? Let's go ahead and get this cement mix out of here. Come on. Oh. These two are technically set up to make forged iron, these two for forged steel, and these two for forged tungsten. It looks like they've still got a little ways to... Oh, you need some clay, don't you? Here we go. Let's get this one going again. And this is decidedly not a game to play if you like keeping your bags empty like I do. So that's about as close to empty as any of it ever gets. Well, we might as well leave those in here for right now, or it's going to make things complicated here in a second. Need some sand. And some stone. There's 20,000 concrete mix. Now if I'm going to be rebuilding my Horde Knight base, I'm going to need a bunch of rebar. So we'll go ahead and get that going. 21:32, it's just about time for nightfall. Now this is another game that I'm playing with 120-minute days. Hey, there's a class challenge in there. M25 sniper assembly. Don't mind if I do. Assemble an M25 sniper rifle. Oh, here go the turrets. So, let's come over here to the gunsmithing station. Oh, I don't know the perks for that yet. Let's see what we got here. I have the recipe. The parts takes 10. Let's go ahead and do that. I actually like the M25. It's a lot of fun to play with. So there's a barrel, parts, receiver, and a stock. All this stuff is crafting at level 600 already. And there's my level 198. Now we're gonna have to do something with all of this stuff. All of this is going to the trader. So we'll go ahead and throw you back in there. See what else is hanging out in the vending machines. 7.62mm rounds. Still good on those and the shotgun shells. I've got plenty of brass. all this military stuff. And that sound, ladies and gentlemen, means do not go outside. There's a class treasure map there. Weapons crate. Melee zombies, huh? I think we can do that. Melee 50 zombies using any melee weapon. You got it. Oh, hello. We'll go ahead and pick that up too. FAMAS auto turret, HD generator. Don't really like using trigger plates because they can be damaged by explosions, especially cop explosions. Craft a set of tungsten armor. Seed crafting. What do you got for me? Craft 50 of these seeds. Antibiotics are always a good thing to have. So what do we got here? Let's go ahead and put our money away for now. Gives us a nice little stock of herbal antibiotics there. Oh, that's not too bad. Come morning, we'll go take a look at my existing horde base. The other option is to make an extension of my downward tunnel over here. Pull this hay bale out and use my auger to drill through the floor. If I can get my map zoomed out over here. Here's where my actual horde base is. So I could actually just come straight across here and then go underneath the road to connect with that tunnel. Or come straight through the wall here. And that would save me from having to worry about anything up on top of my base getting beat up if the zombies were to get hung up on anything. And just in case I were to go ahead and move everything here, I probably don't have the skill points to learn that yet. Oh, maybe I do. Let's go ahead and take that. Forged iron, forged steel, mechanical and electrical parts. Oh, I've already got blade traps up here. So I don't even have to worry about that. I've even got an HD blade trap up here. That's not too bad at all. And some extra auto turrets. Most of the stuff I found sitting around in the class vending machines or at the class trader. So there doesn't appear to be a whole lot that we can do right now. Except for maybe making some more gunpowder. And try and crank out some bullets here. In 6 1/4 minutes. Get that fired up. Keep that busy for a little while. Tend to be just a little bit OCD when it comes to keeping this stuff straight. Wow, look at that. Looks like I got some repair work to do. Biggest thing I've learned about this mod is you don't want to have any weak spots. That takes steel. Keep losing track of what everything's made out of since I painted this place. There we go. See, at least down here we're pretty safe to run around at night, but you won't catch me out top too much. Especially when I've got all this heat generating stuff going. We don't want a whole bunch of screamers showing up and screaming their heads off at me. Uh-oh. I heard that. Something walk off the edge over here? Don't want to fall. Oh, looks like something did fall off the edge down there. I see you. Let's go see what that is. Wow, that was easy. That's the other nice thing about this mod is the zombies actually take fall damage in this one as opposed to the Ravenhurst mod that I've been playing with my wife and a couple of friends where they just refuse to take any fall damage whatsoever. let's go ahead and empty all of this out and go ahead and get it in the bike for the morning. Oops. No, I don't want to replace my tires, thank you. Let's see here. Do I know the pattern for that? Oh, armor crafting's not high enough yet. 5 of 10, that's going to take a little bit of work. As you might imagine, it takes a lot of ammunition to keep the 4 turrets here and the 4 at my horde base up and running. And check on my rebar. Helps if I check the right forge. I'll keep that busy for a little while. Oh, need my gunpowder. How much time have we got left here? About a minute and a quarter. That's not too bad. Not too bad at all. "45 minutes on the concrete mixers. Basically just try to keep myself busy down here until morning hits. Might as well go ahead and make some more red tea while I'm at it. Let's say 100. learned that little trick from another YouTuber who's actually becoming one of my favorites to watch play this game. Z-Nation FFS is absolutely legendary when it comes to 7 Days to Die. This base is actually patterned after one that he built as part of his Alpha 16 series. I didn't take it near as far as he did, and I'd actually recommend you to bop over to his channel and give him a like and a subscribe and check out his series from the beginning. It actually shows you step by step how he went through all this base. He never says a word through any of his videos. They're all done in time lapse. He has some of the coolest copyright free music I've ever heard. And most of his videos, even in time lapse, are over an hour, hour and a half, sometimes 2 hours plus long. And he is just an amazing player. His building aesthetic is something I haven't seen in this game. So definitely go ahead and give him a shout. I need to find me some puppies. And some hungry zombies, some boars, wolves. I swear, some of these quests and class challenges want me to take on some of the most dangerous stuff in the game. Like, a single zombie dog isn't bad. But if you get 3 or 4 of them, or the dog hordes that show up in between the normal hordes, it gets absolutely... Hello. It gets absolutely vicious. I heard you fall out here. What's up? Kick night vision on and go have a look. Ooh, hi there, Miss Screamer. She was probably too far out to set the turrets off. Now, unfortunately, if the zombies die from fall damage, you do not get credit for a kill. I think that actually needs to be changed, because they wouldn't be falling to their death right here if it wasn't for the hole I dug. But that, of course, is just my opinion. Try getting that to the game developers. I'm sure Joel would get a real kick out of that request. See, these ought to be about done by now. Sure are. Go kick out another 1,000 of those. I'll try not to annoy you to death with the crafting noises. And we'll go ahead and get everything else put back up. And that can go in there to go to the trader in the morning. So once morning hits, we'll take a spin by the horde base and let you get a look around in there. And we'll go hit the trader that's right next to it, and then I think we're going on a little bit of a looting spree. See if I can scare up any more interesting things in one of the towns right around here. I've been over the majority of this one already. thinking I might come over here and check out this burned city. Ooh, that treasure's right there too. That will probably be a good idea. There's 2 traders right here. Another one way off over here. So I think we'll probably try and spread our goods between those 2. And we'll come check out the rest of this burned city over here and see if we can't dig up that treasure right there. Sounds like a decent starting plan. So for right now, we are just waiting for morning. I'm gonna turn my game volume down just a skosh. I think that ought to set us for rebar no matter what we decide to do with it. Tell you what, we might hold off on moving anything or building anything and just go ahead and let this run through to the day 21 horde and go play around in my grindhouse for a little while. It's actually a pretty nifty setup, and it requires very minimal effort. I'm not going to try to go into explaining it right now. I think I'll just show you. Now, of course, if I was to move it out here, I would have to probably scale it down a little bit. There's a lot of iron in the ground out here. That'd actually be really handy to move everything. Or if I don't move it, just completely build a new one, just for kicks. Not very often I get it into my head to go into a base expansion, but I just might do it. This would give me an excuse to make use of this other generator I've got sitting around up here. Yep, there you are. And at least 4 more of these auto turrets, and I'd still need a few more blade traps. Just not entirely sure how many until I figure out exactly how far I want to scale this thing down. Oh, you're almost done already. You know what? Let's go ahead and see what it takes to turn out another 2,000 gunpowder. That'll do 5,000. So one each. Do this a lot faster this way. I don't know why it won't just let me type in 2,000. It keeps wanting to go to 200 and stop. And the same if I try to type in 1,000, it goes to 100 and stops. So I actually have to type in 999 and then go one more to get the 1,000. This makes it a little bit too complicated. There, that's a little closer. Go ahead and put those back. And now we can say, hey, make 2,000 gunpowder. 1230. Exactly. And there we go. Just to guarantee I'll be able to keep all these bullets up. Uh-oh. Slight miscalculation on my part there. Was it miscalculation or false advertisement? Oh, there go the turrets. It was like somebody caught some interest. Let's go see what's going on up here. Whatever it is, it sounds like it's over already. Hurry up, mushrooms. Those mushrooms take forever to grow. There you are. What are you doing to my farm, zombie? Get out of my plants. There's some more scrap lead. I have to bring my concrete mix up here and patch up some of these holes. I wonder if they're all like that. And if it's only 1 point of damage. Okay, those are 4. 1, 4, 6, 2. And none of this really seems worth it right now. It's not really that damaged. I tell you though, concrete holds up real well against these zombies. Geronimo! That hay bale trick is so much fun. I've run into a lot of discussion about the hay bales and people still taking damage when they jump on a hay bale. And I've figured out what it is. You have to leave this last block above the hay bale open. If you put a ladder in this block right here, you're gonna break your leg when you land. I don't know why that is. It's just the way the game is engineered. But just if anybody's wondering, that's how you avoid breaking your leg on a hay bale. Keep that last block above the hay bale open. Also, as a general rule, never have a ladder that goes all the way down to the ground, because the zombies can get a hold of that and just climb right up and make your life a nightmare. It's 03:30. Let's go ahead and head out and go take a look at that horde base. We gotta kill some time before the traders open anyway. Where'd you go, mini bike? Ooh. Before I go taking off anywhere, there we go. Always a good idea in this game to make sure you know where you're going before you head off. We're just gonna buzz along over here. There she is. This is my little carnival funhouse. Or as I like to call it, the grindhouse. All of this underneath is concrete. You got all these spikes ringing this outer edge here. Now anything that makes it over these spikes, do I have any? I do have some wood frames on me. Okay. Now these spikes will actually do quite a bit of damage to you if you walk over them. So we're just going to go ahead and build a bridge across here. Here we go. Now anything that makes it over these spikes lands on these blade traps around the edges. Anything that makes it over those, once we get back down inside here, anything that makes it over the blade traps on the top falls down here onto this set of traps. And then you've got your 4 auto turrets ringing the outside edge. We're just going to go ahead and kick these on for y'all. Like I left anything in here, so that's good. So this is where I spend my blood moons. This is the grindhouse. And this is what I'm thinking about recreating, or long distance connecting at least, to my HQ. And it really doesn't take much effort to build this thing either. I think this was actually 30 by 30. With the inside being 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. The inside area is a 10 by 10. And this was actually based on a design that I used in another game, but this one's on a little bit larger of a scale. I was only able to fit 2 blade traps on each wall in that game. And this one I increased the size of each wall by about 4 blocks to accommodate a 3rd blade trap. So let's see, where were we going? Traders won't open until 06:30. So we're gonna head down that way and hang a left. Oh, hold up. Quest completion. Get some. I don't want you in the bike. There we go. Hey, a deer. Gotta get me some of that red meat. Keep that mushroom bear stew going. Hey, more frozen people. What do you got, Chip? What do you got? You got nothing. Hey, pal. You're missing your legs. Do you know that? There's something about the reskins on these zombies that makes those frozen guys lose their legs somehow. See, there's another one. See how he's missing the lower half of his body, but he's got like his shins and no feet. Oh, my little man is cold. Put my coat on and warm up a little bit. Wow. That, ladies and gentlemen, is a wandering horde. Hey, you guys are getting a little close there. Now, I really don't want any of you guys to get away. I gotta start getting my score up. Whoa. Hello. You're sneaky, aren't you? think he might have forgot where I was for a second. So much snow. End up missing out on a lot of loot for all this snow. Oh, that was a stone. Hey, I see you over there. I'll never pass up an opportunity for some red meat. That's what you get for being in Texas, baby. You learn to love your steak. Wow. Very populated road this morning. Guess somebody forgot to tell these guys they're zombies. They don't have to go to work anymore. It's that early morning rush hour. I can only hope I'm staying on the road for most of this. This is a lot of snow. Should be getting out of this pretty soon. Not exactly sure what that was. Our turn should be somewhere right up here. Yep, there it is. Oh no. That's not good. I promise I didn't know that was there. Oh, that could just ruin my whole day. What'd you do to my bike? Oh. Oh, what happened there? What happened there? Not even that damaged, so what are you stuck on? Looks like I might just have to take it apart and move it. Let's see. I don't really need this stuff. Or that. Or that. Or those. Let's get you back out here on the road. Where's that wolf at? I hear you. Much better. Now, since you're gonna cause me so many problems, what are you hiding? Don't really need the extra bedroll, but I will definitely take those vitamins. You just hang out over there for a second. Somehow I get the feeling I'm about to have a unannounced visitor. I hear him skulking around over there. I don't want to replace my tires. Why do you keep doing that? Hi there, Mr. Wolf. There's some more red meat. Now we can be on our way. Hi there. And this will join up with the main road. Ooh, ouch. Let's go see what this trader has to offer. Or more accurately, let's see what I can get out of him. Oh, we're gonna hang on to that. So many extra schematics to get rid of. Yeah, you're not gonna take those. I won't even take those. Too many zombies trying to give me their living space, and I'm like, no, thank you.
Take your time.
Look at that, 6,800 for a 166. These weapons just about print money. I'll go ahead and take those lockpicks. Hey, there's some extra blade traps, so I don't have to make more. That's never a bad idea. Save my resources, spend money. What else you got here? Some more red meat. Put that into the Remingtonade I got back at the base.
It's been a real pleasure. You watch yourself out there.
Oh, word of advice. Always make sure you close the doors. Even if the zombies can't get in here, buzzards can. I don't know if it's the same on this mod or not, but I was in a multiplayer game on Ravenhurst and had somebody leave the main door to a trader open, and the zombies actually got inside and I guess killed the trader. And he was glitched out for the entirety of the game. We actually had to reset the server and get a completely different world seed to be able to use all the traders again, because that one just would never work. He never opened back up. Well, we're gonna go ahead and take these guys out. Hi, buddy. Ooh, I love it when they pop like that. More vitamins. Vitamins are always a good thing. I'd scrap that. Throw the rest of this back in the bike. Probably need those so I don't have to make a whole bunch of noise trying to get into these places. Oh, that could be a problem. I've got a bite mark and no bandages. Might have to fix that. Oh, that'll run for 5 hours. I'm sure I'll be fine. When I get back to the base before I have to worry about anything like that. Excuse me. Pardon me, ma'am. Please don't shoot. I actually kind of like the looks of this place. Oh, now I'm overheating. Let's take the coat off. Might have to pull the sweatshirt too. Now look at him walking around on top of that burning barrel. I would not want to be his feet right there. Looks like we may have found a retirement home. Wow, that's bright. What was that? I don't need nothing falling on my head, thank you very much. More schematics. Uh-oh. I heard that one. Where you at, zombie? Somebody might be in a little bit of trouble. You got it, matey? You're shooting at nothing here. There you go. There's something in one of these buildings that's ticked off. Hey, nice arm shot. Oh, no you don't. You got a nice reach there, pal. Go away, Mr. Snake. Yeah, there's something in here that's all kinds of nice and ticked off. Wasn't that the one I was just in? Did she come through the ceiling? I think she might have come through the ceiling. Not sure how, though. Oh, that one's locked. Kitchens are always a good thing. More apples. What was that? Cooking pot. Rubber ducky, you're the one. You make looting so much fun. Lots of glass jars in here. Places like this are the reason I have over 1,000 empty glass jars back at the base. Shotgun magazines. I will gladly take that for free. Get rid of these sham sandwiches. I know a lot of people decide to keep those, but I really don't feel like taking the chance of food poisoning. You know, call me old-fashioned, but if bread turns green, it's probably a good idea to not eat it. I hear that snake out there. Well, let's take a run upstairs and see what we can... That's interesting. Oh, look at that, I just walked right off the edge. Where are you at? I just know I'm gonna have something sneak up behind me. Gotta love that HD TV in a retirement home. I promise you, Fun Pimps, the irony of this game does not escape me in the slightest. More vitamins. Even more vitamins. Uh-oh, time to eat. I'm gonna take a sip of my tasty beverage and catch up with your chat for a minute. Inventory glitches when you restart a server. I'm not sure about that one, but I've actually heard quite a bit of it. And the sound is turned down because I'm playing on a headset and it gets really overpowering on my ears. It ends up making me try to yell at my microphone. Show you the base. You want to see my home? We can go run back over there real quick and take a look at it. Now, which door did I unlock here? Should be back this way. Up here. Now that's another thing I noticed that's different from Ravenhurst about this mod, is the mini bike gets stuck on everything but the cactuses. You can run into the cactuses and nothing happens. You try that on Ravenhurst and it hurts. Like almost as bad as a zombie hitting you. Stop this up here for a minute. These mushrooms take forever to grow, but it looks like the apples are almost ready. No surprises waiting down here. So this is my home away from home, I guess you can say. See how close these are, 15,000, they're getting up there again. Concrete's done. So this is what the front of the base looks like. Each one of these motion sensors back here is run into a set of electric fence posts. And for these 4 openings, they're also run into a set of dart traps. So when the zombies get to about here, it powers the fence posts. They run into them, it shocks the crap out of them, and starts raining darts on their head. And this entire second floor is basically dedicated to this generator just because I haven't figured out exactly what I want to do with the second floor yet. I made the floor in there 3 blocks thick because the second block is hiding all the relays to keep the wires out of everybody's face. We've got 2 auto turrets over here to guard the main concourse, and 2 more to watch the mini bike entrance. Almost ready, mushrooms, hurry up. So that's the spot that I call home. And this little spot over here is my playroom. Provided I don't run into my spikes. There we go. So this area is just a little bit smaller than my HQ. Anything that makes it over these spikes lands on these traps. If they live past that, there's more blade traps down at the bottom and 4 auto turrets around the edges. This requires very minimal effort to deal with blood moons. And what I'm hoping is to keep this going long enough to get on that day 21 blood moon so I can spin everything up and show you how it works. Well, hi down there, Missy. Don't go getting any crazy ideas. Let's see, what else is around here? Well, you're gonna come get interested, are you? Is that another retirement home? Interesting. I think I just got stuck on a tire right there. What is this? Well, that just disappeared, didn't it? Oh, bad shot. Scared the deer off. Way to go, zombie. Now, why can't I come up with shots like that when I'm going after a zombie? Is there a dog in that house? Sounds like there's a dog in there. There is a dog in there. Hi, puppy. Well, this looks different. This looks really different from the other one. Whoa, what fell in here? It's like some leather armor schematics. I hear you breathing. Don't want any extra surprises. How is there a set of tires in here? That's a weird thing to have in a kitchen. I think this is one of the bigger kitchens I've ever looted. Starting to run out of space here. See if we can scrap that. I think I'll sell those. Oh, that reminds me. We were supposed to be looking for that class treasure, weren't we? So let's go take a shot at that. Where was that thing? Way over here. Okay. I don't know what I'd do without this bike storage. I don't know what I'd do without the bigger backpack either. That's another thing I love about this mod, is it expands on the normal backpack and the bike storage. Trying to be a little bit more careful with where I'm going, considering the barbed wire I ran into not too long ago. Straight into a rock. That's what I get for paying attention to everything around me instead of where I'm going. Might have to come back and check out that factory too. Is that two of them in the same place? That'll be a load of fun. Somewhere over here, there's a weapons crate. gotta be getting close somewhere. Wow. That is a heck of a drop. It looks like it's gonna be right here next to this thing. Somebody buried a weapons crate out here? You know what, let's move the bike up a little bit farther so we don't end up dropping it in the hole. And we'll drop me in the hole instead. Somewhere under here there's supposed to be a weapon. End up causing a cave looking for it too. Think it's where I'm looking. There's the cave in. Ouch. And that, ladies and gents, is why you don't get reckless when you're digging. Where is this thing hiding? Now, I don't know if War of the Walkers did this any different than Ravenhurst, but most treasures aren't more than 3 blocks. I've already considerably past that. Oh, there it is. Stuck in the side of the wall. Hello there. Iron reinforced club and a hunting knife. I'm glad I'm the only one playing on this game. If I had my wife and our friends on here, they would be all over me for leaving this hole. No, I'm not exactly gonna leave it. Now I've got another treasure chest to find. .7 kilometers away to the northwest. So let's take a shot at that one. This is gonna hurt. That is a zombie bear. Let's not tangle with him. Come on, let me out before he notices me. I really don't want to play with a bear right now. I know I was talking about mushroom bear stew earlier, but that zombie bear will not contribute anything to that. Oh, looks like there's a class trader right over here. Almost ran into my own hole. That would have been interesting. So many traps. I did not set those traps. Hi there, Mr. Wolf. Never turn down an excuse for some extra red meat. Which server am I on and can you join me? Unfortunately, this is a local save on my PC. On the other hand, if I can figure out how to put my save file into a Dropbox, I will most definitely do that. Hey, a deer. Don't want to get too far away from my bike. I don't have a lock on it, so if I get too far away from it, I stand the chance of losing it and not being able to find it again. And it stops pinging there. So we're gonna guess it's right around this area somewhere. I really hope I don't cause another cave in here. If I do a cave in like this, I might lose the treasure I'm trying to dig up. Somewhere in here there should be. That almost had me thinking it was it. That's not fair. Teasing me. There you are. Wow. 51 forged iron, a rebar bender, calipers, anvil, some inside corner frames, windows, electrical parts, a wire tool, an auger blade, and some scrap ramps. That's not bad for a treasure. Now how do I get out of here? check in the bike storage. Didn't I have a second one of those? For some reason in this mod, whenever it drops treasure maps, it always drops 2. And I am by no means complaining about that, because it's a great source of extra supplies. This one's right over by HQ. And there's an airdrop on the way back. Looks like today's going to be really productive. There's that airdrop. Shotgun, pistol parts, rifle barrel, exploding arrows. 5.56 NATO, steel arrows, a magnum grip, and a Desert Eagle grip. That's really not a bad one. That's more weapon stuff to be able to put together. Hello there, Mr. Piggly Wiggly. You look like you could use a little help there, lady. Well, okay, fine. If you don't want that $81, I'll gladly take it. Sells to a trader, same as everything else. Well, if you don't like me, that's fine, Mr. Zombie, but you don't have to be rude about it. The weather changes in this game are worse than the weather changes where I live. I swear, if you don't like the weather here, wait 5 minutes and it'll change. If you don't like the weather in the game, wait 10 seconds. This one is. So far it seems to be following the 3-block rule from every other mod I've played. Good to know. Now that I've already started digging. Wait for the cave in, y'all. It's gonna happen. How big this space is getting, it's definitely gonna happen. There it goes. Wow. Oh, there you are. At least I didn't lose it. I need some meat stew, raw meat, potatoes, jam sandwiches, cobblestone. That is a lot of forged iron. Thank you, treasure map. Oh no. Okay, that scared me for a minute. At least I know I can dig my way out of this. Ah, there we go. That was a little bit scary. Let's go ahead and hop along back to the base and get stuff put away, because some of this stuff we're actually going to keep. I'm not going to sell it all. It's not exactly like I'm hurting for money. I've got more Duke's Casino tokens than I can shake a stick at. Are you okay there, Mr. Minibike? You look like you might be having a problem. Go ahead and throw that in there. We can sell it the next time around. Let's see here. When I first started this place, it was the biggest organizational nightmare you can imagine. Then again, if you saw the vanilla version I was playing last night, that's turning into an organizational nightmare, but I'll get it straightened out. Somehow I always manage to get it all straightened out. You know what, we're just going to throw all this in here, just so we can make sure that everything that can stack together does. Oh no, Screamer, I hear you. Apparently so did my turrets. I better not catch your corpse in my garden, lady. You tried, didn't you? You screamers. Always wanting to go for my mushrooms. Get out of here. I just planted those apple trees last night. From the looks of it, they'll be ready faster than the mushrooms. Now, where was I before I was so rudely interrupted? See, I can't do anything with those. need that. That was quite productive on the meat front. So let's see here. All of this can go back in here. Please don't ask me how I remember where all this stuff goes, because I have honestly no idea. I just do. And it works. Somehow. Let's see. Nope. You go down here. What else we got? You... Nope, not that one. That one. Something's getting talkative up there. I think that might be the sound of a wandering horde. That's gotta be a wandering horde. Is that a spider horde? That is not a happy sound. You guys made some good progress. I have a lot of anger and hostility towards all the zombie corpses. If you leave the corpses laying around, the gore blocks actually increase the heat map, which increase the number of screamer spawns. And aside from that, it just makes my OCD hurt to leave all these bodies laying around. Gotta keep everything looking nice and pretty, you know? And just on the off chance that if I was up here and got attacked by surprise and the turrets didn't go off, these corpses laying around, if you try to walk through them, actually slow you down. It's always a good idea to get rid of them. I don't need that. really don't need those. I still don't want food poisoning, so... I mean, I will always maintain that if the bread turns green, you probably ought to not eat it. Don't really need a second rebar bender. So I've already got one in my builder's bench. Well, looks like all my rebar's finished too. So I guess the biggest question now is, do I want to do an underground tunnel to get to my horde base, or do I want to completely replicate it out here? I know I'd have to scale it down. But quite honestly, I've already got more stone than I know what to do with. And even for the amount of concrete I've made, I still haven't made a dent in that stone. So I'm not really sure how I want to handle this. You know what? I can use those to fix that. And that way I don't have to use the repair kits on it. Don't really need those either. And I can't scrap them, unfortunately. But I can scrap that. And that. See what I mean about the glass jars? All of this comes from Luton Kitchens. See those, whoops, that's the wrong box. There we go, those go with ammunition. So does that. Back and forth, back and forth. That one goes with the medical. Which is in that box. See, I don't really remember where everything goes. Best case is I just kind of wing it and hope everything turns out right. I pretty much got it down that this second box is my trader fodder and the fourth box is all my tech stuff. Everything else is just kind of, gee, where does this go? Planting woods go in here. I haven't really been saving the worms, but I guess I ought to. Just because of the fishing poles. So many anvils. I don't need all these anvils. Might actually have to see if I can put my anvils in the forge. It's because I got so many extras. And those go to the trader. almost 1700 on day 17. That leaves 4 days until the next blood moon. Oh, I hear you up there. I can only hope it killed you before you spawned your friends. Way over there. Well, if I get lucky, the apple trees will be ready tomorrow? And realizing now that I am 4 days away from the next horde, and I'm playing on 120-minute days, that means I would have to stream for 8 hours continuously to let y'all see the grindhouse in action. And I don't think that's going to be a possibility. It's already 2:45 in the morning. Plus, I think if I tried to do an 8-hour stream marathon, my wife might just shoot me. So far, I haven't woken her up yet, but eventually she's gonna start having dreams about me out here talking to myself and want to know what's going on. what if I go ahead and finish framing this out? Say we come 1, 2, 3. And then we'll go see how big this is from up top. It already looks like taking that 3 blocks out freed up a whole bunch of space. So in all honesty, I really like the idea of having this large area down here, just so if I do get a random idea and decide to go fill up on beer and run around with my club and spend a horde night in Melee, I would still like to be able to do that without having to worry about necessarily running over the spikes. But at the same time, if I felt like it, I could stay up here, go downstairs and crank everything up, and then lead the zombies around in circles and try and make them fall in the center and get chewed up by everything down there. So that would be another aspect, and it would make the hordes just a little bit more interesting for me as opposed to just running around and picking up loot. So let's go see how this looks. Don't fall off. That does look a lot better space-wise. I like that idea. But good lord, the amount of stone that's going to generate. Hey, the apple trees are ready. And the mushrooms still aren't. I swear, no crop in this game grows slower than mushrooms. But I guess they're worth waiting for, though. Hey now, where'd you come from? Did not mean to do that. I meant to scrap it, not throw it away. Well, if the mushrooms are going to take that long to grow, then I'm going to go ahead and replant some more apples. Just to make sure that stays up. Or maybe I ought to do blueberries. Ouch. That's not supposed to happen. That is really not supposed to happen. Wow. I can honestly say I've never had that happen before. See, there's my blueberry seeds. Now I really hope I don't get snuck up on. Wow, those look like they planted weird. What in the world? Sometimes the placement on these plants is just so finicky. And again, that might explain some of the hostility towards the corpses, because they keep trying to get into my plants. Well, I think I'm just going to go ahead and leave these frames out here for now and take a little bit to think over the matter of convenience. And maybe that'll be something for a future stream. But I think for 3 a.m., hello, there goes another screamer. I think for 3 a.m., this will be a good place to leave off for the night. Oh, there's the rest of my rebar. So we'll go ahead and pull this. What are you doing? Oh, you're still working on your clay, aren't you? Okay. You know what, we'll just go ahead and stock this back. And go ahead and leave this for the night. Thank y'all so much for watching. Have a wonderful night, and we will see you tomorrow around midnight Central for episode 2 of my vanilla series. Thanks again. Have a good night. Peace.